Okay, I'm walking over to show you something. I just want to say I made this video a couple weeks ago and I was sniffling so bad that I didn't post it. So now we're redoing it and hopefully I remember all the things I need to tell you. So this video is about the roses. Check that one out. And it does have some dead on it. You remember that cold where I showed you where the berries got hit, like this one. Where the berries, all those brown tips. Yeah, so it got some damage in that, and I was gonna come cut all that off, and I probably still will at some point. But it was like a week. Sometime that next week, we had another night that was supposed to get pretty low, and so I thought, well, maybe if I leave the bad on there now, if we have that next cold night, it'll just hit that again. Well, it didn't get that cold, so it didn't really matter. But I think we're in the clear now, hopefully. But yes, as you can see, this beauty has been blooming. I have to watch out because there's been a frog over here, and I was over there doing something the other day, and it was under the dirt, and I didn't know. And I don't remember if I kind of stepped on it or put my hand down where it was, but I just thought about it because that's kind of sitting up right there, and it's like, oh, that frog ain't right there. It's not. But anyway, yes, this thing is full of buds. And you can see where some, it's already bloomed and dropped petals on some. You know, we got blooms back there in the back. Got all these buds. Look at that. This thing is such a beauty, y'all. I just love it. So we're gonna start on the end though. I was just right there, so I'm going to show it to you. This one. Now, I told y'all this thing was done. I told y'all. But, you know, I still haven't picked out which one I want to replace it with, so it didn't really matter. Not in too big of a hurry to dig it out. And the birds, like, did y'all just see that? Something is burrowing in there. Did y'all see that go off in there? You'll have to rewind the video back and see it. But anyway, I see a bird sitting on that every now and then, so apparently they like it. But yeah, I still got to decide what I want over here. I need to get my tape measure out because I have been looking on the website. I've been looking on Heirloom Roses website because they do en route roses, and that's something I want to talk about. But I'm kind of stand where the sun's to my back instead on the side of my face. But I've been looking on there. I just have to decide exactly how tall of a rose I want and what kind of structure I want to put it on. Because I saw kind of like some leaning, I don't know if you call it trellis or not, but I've seen some different options. I thought about maybe just getting an obelisk. I don't know if it's obelisk or obelisk. I don't know. But I thought about getting one of those and just having it where it's just standing and then the branches can just come out of it, especially if it's going to be as tall as I want it. Because I want it where I can kind of see it like off the side of my window, because that's my bedroom window. I can kind of see it like right there, and further up, not just that far down. But anyway, haven't decided on that yet, so you know, not in too big of a hurry to take this out. But I do want you to see, like, it's growing from the base. So whatever the rootstock was on this, because you can see where see that? What is that? Oh, it flew away. Okay, it's gone. Well, you see that where it's grafted? It's grafted on there. So yeah, whatever this rootstock was, I don't know what it was, but it's growing. Again, I haven't decided what I want it yet, so I'm leaving it. Doesn't really matter. Now, I did talk about, you know, let me see. Because see, that one has something growing right there. That's actually the first that I've had that happen on this one. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and cut. Oh, sorry. My finger's in a different place in front of me than where it is on the camera, so it's not really pointing in the same spot. But you see that? You see that growth? Wait, there's my finger right there. That one. I don't know. Cause see, I can see that big graft right there. It looks like a graft. I don't know. I don't know if all of this is above the graft or what, but This looks grafted. It looks grafted. And there is a reason that I'm pointing this out. But anyway, I don't know what that is right there that's growing. And because of where it is and how much growth is already on this, I'll probably just cut it out anyway. I don't necessarily need it. I don't know. I might look this one up just to see. Oh, you know what? No. Did I look at that previously and see that it was grafted, or did I just think that was a graft? I don't know. But I have videos and stuff of this. I'll go see the name and look it up. But that one has not given me any issues. Again, I'm not really sure what that is growing right there. If that's this or possibly rootstock. But that one has been absolutely amazing. It's nice and big and beautiful. And I got this guy over here. It had a bloom down there. See it right there? So it's already bloomed once, even though I had to cut it way back, as you can see. And now I got this longer one over here with a nice bud on it. Sorry, y'all, the sun is hitting it like the worst spot right now, but we're doing what we gotta do while we can. So yeah, that's that one. And now we can come over here to the new bed. So I have to watch where I'm walking because I have clover and bees on the clover and stuff. All right, let's start over here. So, okay, that one. That is new. It's the exact same rose as the one that was there before, but last year I let all that grow from the base, which is gonna get into what I want to talk about the looking at on root roses to replace that one over there, the first one. Well, I guess technically the second one I showed you. The tree rose. This was on a graft, and I let all that stuff grow from the base. And yeah, anyway, I just went ahead and got the exact same one because I felt like it not coming back this year was my fault. I didn't feel like the plant was like not a good plant or whatever. That was on me because I should have cut that off and I didn't. But yeah, I decided to just get the exact same one. So that's what I did. And this is a grafted rose. If you can see it. Hold on. This is a grafted rose. Now, if for some reason it doesn't do well this time, I am just going to go ahead and get an on root rose for this because I did see on their website, their Heirloom Rose website, a rose very similar to this. So I would I don't have other plants for roses right now. I don't really have any more good spots for them as far as the beds that I already have set up. But if I have to replace any or I do come up with another spot for a rose, I'm really trying to just focus on root roses from here on out. Because I don't want to deal with hey, there's the frog. Sorry, y'all. There it is. There it is right there. It's just been hanging around. Like, it'd be in this bed, it'd be in the bed over there. It'll be over here on the patio. Like, it just hangs out. I love that. But anyway. Yeah, so. Oh, sorry, y'all. Hold on. Because I didn't know I had a bloom over. Oh, gosh. There's a lizard. I was about to step right there. Listen, the wildlife is out here today, and I love that. Y'all, I paused, and I'm not sure when I paused. Ah, man. Okay, I talked about that. Did I show y'all the frog? Did y'all see the frog? Let me back up. There's the frog that I was talking about earlier. And then there's a little lizard that I almost stepped on. But the echinacea is already blooming. I didn't know that was up under there. And then there's one right there. Okay. But yeah, I want to just get on root roses from here on out. So I don't have to worry about what happened with this one. Now, and yeah, so You see that? You see the bud. All right, little lizard, you're gonna have to move because I need to stand right here. Or you can stay. You can stay if you're not scared, I guess. Look at that. I love this rose, y'all. This thing is so pretty. Well, the frog left. Oh, lizard left too. Frog jumped over there. But yeah, I love that. All right, now this one. That's another new one. So this one didn't come back at all. Like, it didn't do anything. You know, I had cut it back up. I had cut it back really hard. I don't remember what was going on with it last year that I ended up cutting so much off of it, but it was done. It didn't do anything or hadn't done anything up to the point that I dug it out. So I came out here, I think it was a Friday, I came out here and dug them out, both of these. And then the next day I picked these two up to put in. But yeah, look at that. Hold on, get some shade. It's so pretty. It is really pretty. I like it. I do not like how small these are though. Like, I don't like such small roses. I don't really like that. Yeah, I prefer something bigger. But I got this one of those that just has like the yellow tag. It didn't have a whole lot of information. Now, when I was there, I did notice how this was planted in the pot. And so I wondered, I was like, is this maybe an on root rose? Where, you know, I'm used to the grafted roses that they sell there. And so I Googled it and saw just a little bit of information about it. And also so I could kind of see a picture of what the rose or the color was actually going to look like. Because it says purple, I think, on the tag. That's not really purple. I was like, when I looked at it, it looks more of like, well, I mean, it looked more like what it actually looks like, which is not purple. But yeah, I was like, this might be an on root rose. And sure enough, it is. So I think that's going to be good. I'm expecting big things out of this guy. I don't remember how big it gets. And I guess I should have done this where I could show you the tags. I don't remember if the tag for this one even has the size on it, or if I had to look that up too. But yeah, so that one's grafted. Now here's the thing with grafted roses. I've seen some, you know, different information, seen or heard different information on this, but it's been my general understanding that when you buy something, however it's planted, however it's potted, or however deep it's potted, that's how you need to plant it. Like, don't plant it deeper than, like, don't have the dirt go further up the stem than where they have it in the pot. That's been my understanding, so that's just what I do. And so, as I was saying, I've seen, you know, heard different things about grafted roses and burying the graft and all of that. And I don't know if that's a general thing or if it's a little more dependent on where you are. Because I know I was telling you about how we're not supposed to get as much rain, and we haven't been getting as much rain. Well, that's not really our standard. That's not really the standard here. So we usually have really wet winters and all that. And so I feel like here, planting something, you know, deeper like that, you run more of a risk of it rotting. And so that was just kind of, that's my logic, at least, behind maybe why we don't do that here, or why I haven't seen that done here whenever I buy roses. They're never planted that way. The graft is never buried. And I just kind of think that that's probably it. I don't actually know that. I haven't looked into it. But either way, I just plant them. I plant them the way they planted them. And, you know, aside from these two, you know, it's worked pretty well. And the tree rose, but the tree rose doesn't count because the graft is way up above the ground. But, yeah. I don't know. I just keep doing that, and, you know, hopefully it works out. But yeah, so this is an on root, and I'm, you know, very hopeful for that. Got some weeds growing in here. I may or may not get out here and do some weeding later when the sun goes down some more. Yeah. got this beauty replaced. I don't know how much I want to mess with it this year as far as trying to shape it, because, sorry, I'm actually kind of looking for that frog. I don't know where it went. I still see the lizard. The lizard's right there. But I don't know where the frog went. It jumped over that way. It might be, that's a lupin. It might be up under that. I mean, that's like a perfect spot for it, but it was out here basking in the sun. Well, that's a little shady right there where it was. Anyway, yeah. I don't think I'm going to do too much cutting on it. Now, I did have some bad spots. Both of them had kind of like some broken branches on them. Some of that might have just been my handling it, just getting them in the car and then getting them home and getting them out of the car. And then some of it was already like that when I bought it, but they all had like a little bit of something happening on them, so I just got the ones that I liked the best and went with them. So I may or may not clean some of that off, but other than that, I don't plan on doing too much to these this year. Well, at least not while they're blooming or anything. Let's see. Since the frog is gone, I'm going to step off in here and show y'all the tag on this one. I really don't know where the frog went. I don't see it. Let's see the clematis. Okay. Let's see. I'll just show it to you. See, it says Purple Prince. And then it says large double purple flowers. I would almost question if this is even the right thing for what this tag is saying. Large double purple flowers, those aren't large flowers. I wouldn't consider those flowers large. But I do think it's right though, because it does look like, aside from the flower not being large, it looks like what I saw when I Googled it. So hopefully it's right. But 3 to 4 feet, I guess tall and wide. And then you've seen this one. This is just the same one as what it was before. Get out of here. Yeah, that's it. So, I'll say this. Let's go back over here. All right, so the replacement rose is going to be really close to that kind of orangey, well, yeah, I'll just say it's orange. That orange rose, which is absolutely beautiful. And now my neighbor's out here mowing. I heard a lawnmower, but the people like across the street, one house over, were mowing, so I just thought they had made it around to their front yard. But no, this is the person next door mowing, so we're gonna wrap this up. But it's really close to this. And so I was thinking, if I did what I originally wanted to do, which would be something that kind of did this, as far as like how the structure of it, it would end up kind of going over to that. And I feel like I didn't want a whole bunch just happening right here and then it's empty over here. So I did think about actually putting it on that side. I don't know. But then that's also where the obelisk kind of came in, because then it would just be straight up instead of spreading out so much. I don't know. Don't know, but I need to go ahead. I need to get my tape measure out right now. I keep thinking about it and not doing it, but I need to see exactly how tall. I need to do some measuring, because I've seen some I like and I'm like, oh, that's 7 feet, that's 8 feet, that's 10 feet. But I don't really know what that looks like here. Like, where's the 7 foot mark? What's the 8 foot mark? Whatever. So I need to go grab my tape measure right quick and see where those would top out over here. Oh, look at that beauty. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember the things I was talking about in the first version of this video. So I had to think about a color too. I'm probably gonna go with a red. I want a red because right now I don't really just have a red rose. That was red, and then the one where I replaced it with that rose that I was telling you the flowers are smaller than I would like. Cause you see how big these are? That's what I like. That was a red. Well, let me shade my phone. That was a red, and so both of my reds are gone. Now that new one is reddish, but it's not red. Y'all, I really got to get in the shade a little bit. So we're gonna focus in over here. So yeah, I want another red. And originally I was actually looking at not doing a red just because it's like, well, I already have a red. But so when I was just gonna get the same rose for that one too, but they didn't have it. So I don't know if they're not gonna have that one or they just didn't have them the day I went. So that's how I ended up with that new one. And I've seen some other really pretty ones that are closer to this, but obviously I don't want two of these right beside each other. I mean, it would be like really big impact because it would probably look like it was all one rose, but I don't want that. I want some variety. So I think I might do a red. I don't know. We'll see. Isn't this just pretty? This orange is so pretty over here, y'all. It is so pretty. Let me just go down here and grab the tag right quick without getting stuck. South Africa Floribunda Rose. So I need to look that up and see. I mean, that looks a lot like a graft to me, but I'll confirm that though. It looks like a graft. Now, this blackberry is like all in the back of my head while I'm over here. All right, well, that's what's happening with the roses. Still got one to figure out. Got to figure that out. And I got time, you know, not in too big of a hurry to do it. But yeah, that's it. Bye.